Hey y'all, ego sum oculos domina es per noctem non dios veritatis. Okay guys, so this reading, I do want to give you a little preview. This reading is not going to be edited, so there might be long sound breaks. This video also is just going to have thunder and rain sounds in the backgrounds, which are playing as the cards are being read now. There's not going to be anything added to it because they want me to get this video like done and up, you know. So that's what I'm going to do. But these messages are for you. And before, when I was guided to do this, I got the word bequested, which just simply means, to me, it's not really a word, but it is now. So if you keep hearing me say bequested, it's just because that's how it came through. But it's really a combination of bequeath and oh my god, bequeathed and bequest. Okay, so that's just how it's coming through to me as bequested. So this is information that is going to be bequeathed upon you now, because it is bequested to some of you who are resonating with these messages. And I do just want to say that this is going to be for this moment in time, what you need to know when you look at this reading, when you see it. And it's going to be something that you are ready to receive. So we're going to do the 3 piles, but in the 3 piles, what we're going to do is have random messages come out. So there might be a message in, let's say, pile 1, for example, that resonates with you. There might be another message in pile 3 that resonates with you. There might be a message in pile 2 that resonates with you, or it might not be. But when you receive your message from this video, you will know. I'm just adding the piles because there's some quotes and timestamps that might be of significance to some of you. So that's the only reason. But feel free to listen to the entire reading if you think there might be messages throughout here. Okay, so pile 1 is thank you. If you're resonating with thank you, pile 1 is for you. Pile 2 is inspiration. If you're resonating with inspiration, pile 2 is for you. Thank you, universe. Oof, I got a synchronicity for me because damn, I'm a pimp. Okay, pile 3, you took a good nap. So if took a good nap is resonating with you, you are pile 3. But as I said, feel free to look at all the piles. There might be one message for you, and then the next message might not resonate, but then the one following might resonate in each of the piles. So it's totally up to you, but the timestamps are just there for those of you that like a little bit of organization. So let's start with group number 1. Those of you that chose thank you. Some of you might be Libras. There's a strong Libra energy coming up here. And what do we have here? We have King of Cups. Oh, we have King of Swords. We have 2 kings up in the board. And we have 2 of Swords. Jesus, Mary, and motherfucking Buddha. So as I take my magic wand out, some of you are in an indecision because you're choosing between two motherfuckers. Now, don't let the kings dissuade you from thinking that this is your message. It could be 2 women. It could be choosing between a man and a woman. It could be whatever. However it resonates with you, there's 2 motherfuckers that you're at a stalemate with both of them because you don't know which way you want to go. That's why I said Libra energy. Thank you, universe. Indecision. You need to make a decision. You need to make a decision. When we look at the the choice over here. It literally might be like a love situation that you are involved with. So this is not a situation where if you're dealing with anyone that there's anyone else on their end. This is strictly you. So you are the common denominator. So you are choosing between two individuals. So you need to make a decision, but how do you go about doing that? So there's going to be more information coming out in regards to these two individuals that you're choosing between. Now, it can be most likely a love situation, but if it's not a love situation, you're choosing between two potential bosses. Or you're, okay, yes, that's what it is. So this is for either, it could be a love situation, or it could be a work-related situation with two different bosses, two different offers. One of the offers for all situations above mentioned, one is going to be a familiar choice, and the other one is going to be completely unknown. Now, you do know, you are aware, I'm sensing, of that you have this option in front of you. So why is one of the options unknown? Because one of the options that you are faced with choosing is of an alien nature to you. So even if you know the person, even if you know what the job entails, one area, there's a cat on a chair for someone right now. One area is going to be familiar to you, and the other one is going to be completely alien. There's going to be new information coming through every day in evolution to help you make your decision. New information is going to be coming out every day to help you make that choice. How will you recognize the information? There's going to be a lot of things presented to you, but it's up to you to discern. But how are you going to recognize? How are you going to recognize? All right, yeah. Thank you, universe. This just reaffirms. How will you recognize it? One of these choices is going to require change from within you in order to proceed around that route, along that route. And the other choice seems like it might be easier to navigate, but it's going to feel more burdensome. So how you decide in this multitude of choices, you go into your imagination, you listen to your intuition, and you fantasize the end result of both of the scenarios. And then you're going to see how you feel. Does one feel like it's a little more heavy? Does one feel like it's a little more whirlwind excitement-ish? That's how you're going to know. That's how you're going to know which one to choose. But the whirlwind's excitement one is going to require you to change. The one where you feel heavy, you're not feeling heavy because of the choice. You're feeling heavy because you're not going to grow. You're not going to evolve if you stay in the same place in what is familiar to you, be it the situation or the job. So you're going to go into your intuition. You say, thank you, intuition, for guiding me in the right direction. And then whatever your intention is, how you want to feel, not involving anyone else, but how you want to feel in this situation. And then you're going to see which one feels to you lighter, but requires a little bit of change. And which one, it's like, it's okay because it's there, you're used to it, but it feels heavier because it's really holding you down. It's holding you back when you're really meant to change. And that's how you'll know whether to go with choice A or choice B, with the job, the boss, or the person who's your love interest. That's how you're going to know. That's all I have for you guys, group. Thank you. Alright guys, group inspiration. We have group inspiration. What message needs to come through for you at this time? Ooh, a lot of Aries energy, Mars, fire energy. Some of you might have a fire sun and an air moon. I would like some more information in regards to this. I would still like more information because, let me see Emperor's face right there. Okay. Yeah, so I'm sensing there is a betrayal of some sort in the recent past. Now, this is not something that is going to happen, but you've already experienced it. You've already experienced this betrayal. It might have literally be from someone that you considered your best friend or very close to you. It might have been a very close relative. It might have been a very close co-worker. Whoever it is, I'm not really sensing a pull towards any type of relationship dynamic, but someone was recently betrayed by someone that they felt really, really close to, and the reason why this situation is as it is right now, and you know what your situation is right now, whatever it is in regards to this individual who betrayed you, it's because there's too much ego involved. Your ego is too involved in the situation, as is theirs. So let's say if you were the one betrayed, you're probably pissed the fuck off and you just don't want to deal with them, which is very valid. But if you want this situation to continue to move forward, whatever, however you want it, if you even want vindication, there's not going to be any forward movement happening until someone's ego breaks in regards to this situation. And someone's ego is going to crack in regards to this situation, whether it's you or them. It may be them, especially if they were the one who betrayed you, but there's something going to happen that's divinely orchestrated, that's going to come out of nowhere, and it's going to break the ego. So both of you are in this stage of where perhaps they even feel betrayed by you. You know, it could go both ways, but there is some betrayal here by someone who is very close. And the reason why there's no movement right now in the situation is because the ego is involved on your side and their side. But there's going to be some sort of breakthrough that occurs suddenly. However it pertains to your situation, is to be a breakthrough that occurs suddenly, and you and or this individual are going to, someone's ego is going to crack. Someone's ego is going to crack, then it's going to allow for forward movement in this situation. So let's say they're the one whose ego cracks and they come at you and they apologize. That might, something might have happened within them, right? The ego cracked, but then now, because they apologize to you, that's going to cause your ego to crack, and then you're going to be able to do whatever feels right in that moment with this situation. And it might have been something to do with trust issues and suspicions in regards to someone's part, because we have the Seven of Swords and we have others with ulterior. We have disturbance, so there was definitely something to do with this situation betwixt you and this individual, but somehow others were involved. However that resonates with you, others were involved, and the one who did the betrayal knew what they were doing. There is an ulterior motive. They knew what they were doing, okay? Even if it was you, because I have to call it the way I see it, there was some sort of goal to get a reaction from the ego. So if this recent betrayal occurred, there was an intention there. So how is this going to move forward? because I'm seeing that it was intentional, whatever it was. So it could be someone spreading gossip, you know, someone manipulating a situation. There was something in there. That's how you're gonna know with this betrayal. But then there's gonna be some sort of ego dissolution in regards to this. And now what is going to happen? Oh yeah, someone is gonna contact you. This individual may contact you. I mean, I don't know if you would contact them. Maybe you would, but remember, these readings, they go both ways. Ultimate love. Okay. They're gonna try to... Let's see, hold on. Ooh. Okay, look at this. So, someone in this situation, and maybe you or maybe them, you know, the one who had an ulterior motive with that betrayal situation, there's going to be some sort of swift message coming through. They're going to come through and they're going to express their feelings truthfully to this individual. So be prepared for a confession. However that resonates, pick any situation, romantical, office setting, family setting, whatever it is. There was some betrayal. There was some words that were said that were ulterior motive, or not the full story was being said, but now you're going to get the full story. Or the full story is going to come out because of that ego break. And someone is going to admit their true feelings. It might be you, it might be this individual, but most likely it's the individual that caused this betrayal that's going to come through. They're going to sweep on in, most likely on impulse. I'm not sensing they're like, okay, the betrayal, the one who caused the betrayal, they thought that out. They had a motive for doing that. But this, when they come in to swoop on in and talk about their feelings, there's not going to be any motive. It's just going to be a situation where they felt like it. So they might have had a sudden ego crack, and then they decide, you know, and they know maybe subconsciously their ego cracks, so then they're going to act on impulse. They're going to send you a message. They're going to come to you. They're going to do something, revealing their true feelings to you. They might confess about whatever that betrayal was with the real story. You might get the whole truth into that. And what I'm seeing here is that because of the ego crack, that's going to cause them to come at you with there's not going to be any motive. It's just going to be genuine. And then that might in turn cause you to have your ego crack in this situation. And then the truth might come out. Now, whether or not you want to proceed forward, that's up to, you know, whatever the situation is, how it is. But the betrayal situation is coming in strong, and someone is coming in with a message of feelings and ultimate love. They're swooping on in. And if you have mistrust with this individual because of that betrayal situation, trust and know that whatever they say to you now, whoever this is that swoops on in, they're doing it from impulse and inspiration. Thank you, universe. You guys did choose the inspiration. They're just going to be inspired to come out with the truth, and that is going to be genuine. So you don't, you know, if there was an ulterior motive before, that's not what's going on now. This is going to be genuine, and that's what you need to know if this situation applies to you. Know that this impulsive contact, it was not thought out. It was just, they felt like it. Boom, here they are. Feelings are confessed. There might be a whole lot of stuff, and whatever you decide, how you decide to proceed, that's up to you. That's what I got for you guys, group number 2. All right, let's move on here to group number 3. All right, so this group is calling for me to take some fucking water. So you guys that took a good nap, that's what you past life. Oh my god, look at this. Thank you, universe. See, dream state, past life, took a good nap. Okay, so that's coming up for you guys. Oh my god, thank you, universe. Look at this. And we got literally a dude taking a nap over here with the force. Oh, fucking look at this. Got caught on my a little fancy glove. Okay. Oh, the devil. Oh, the Star. So this group is a very spiritual pile. I have a few other videos I spoke about recently. This might be a theme that a lot of the collective is going through. They're enmeshing their past life memories into their psychic consciousness. Now, even though they were never really away from the consciousness, they were repressed because, you know, the mind stores everything, even shit from past lives, but it's really more subliminal. It's not out in the open. It's not like in front of your face. So I'm sensing that a lot of past life shit that motherfuckers already knew were going on within them is just now arising to the surface. And this pile might resonate as being very, very highly psychic and spiritual. And it's coming from a past life. So the time for awakening is now. This is time to integrate your former self or selves, however it applies to you, because there might be several past lives coming up for review. Now, this resurrection of the past life, energetically speaking, you observing who you were in that past life and then incorporating the shit that you want to continue, the shit that you want to experience in this life, maybe shit that you've never experienced before. Like, let's say, for example, in your past life, you were a very powerful magician, and so now that past life is coming up for a review, but let's say you're like a 9-to-5 individual, like you just have a very third dimensionally inclined job, like, you know, you're into spirituality, but whatever, but in your past life you were a magician. So if you've never experienced that before in this life, you can incorporate that past life stuff into your life now, even though you haven't experienced it in this life, you know, performing magic and things like that. Since you incorporated it from your past life, now you begin to experience more magic in your daily life, even at the 9-to-5 job, let's say. So that's just one example. So a past life that you previously slept on is coming up for review. You want to incorporate all the traits and characteristics of it, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever the fuck, the beautiful, okay? Everything. You want to make sure all the poles are balanced from that past life so that you can incorporate it now, like I said with the magician, and now you start working magic at your 9-to-5. And it helps fulfill your wildest dreams in this lifetime now. But this is definitely a past life review pile. This is in regards to your own spiritual nature. Oh yeah, okay. Reality is your mirror, so a lot of you might have been seeing a lot of synchronicities in your experience, in your daily life, whatever. Okay, so this can also be, it might be continued, but it might not. You know, this might be a totally different message for this group number 3, but you took a good nap. So also some of you, with this past life and things like that, some of you might be in alignment with a future spouse, marriage partner, domestic companion, however, you know, whatever type of relationship resonates with you. And they might be going through the same things that you're going through right now, where they're seeing everything as a reflection of them. They're seeing everyone as a reflection of them. And then this, you integrating your past life. Perhaps you had a past life with this individual, right? Remember I gave the magician example. So let's say you had a past life when you were a magician and this individual was also a magician, right? And that's how you recognize each other. So that might be coming through for some of you. In terms of you incorporating the past life self is going to awaken that state within you, which is going to attract this person to you. But I'm sensing a partnership in love might be applicable to a lot of you, because you are now ready for the mirror to reflect back you to yourself in the form of another individual, in terms of like a long-term commitment. So wherever you're at in your journey, you know, that's up to you, but that's what I'm seeing. because I'm sensing you might have known this individual in a past life, and you're going through the same thing as them now, like where you're just, not that you're just waking up. I sense that you've been awakened for quite some time, but you're more waking up to a significant past life event, which is going to lead you to love with a specific individual. Okay. So looking further into this past life, you want to look backwards, or I feel like maybe some of you might have actually done the past life regression or something. But looking back into the past life is going to help you to let go of holding on to illusions that are occurring in this lifetime now, so that you can have your ultimate fantasy. So right now, many of you may be on an odyssey where you're just discovering yourself, discovering what you love. But this moment, because you know the reading is what you need to do in a moment, right? Took a good nap. It's like you were asleep, and it could have been the asleep meaning, you know, you were asleep, like you were holding on to your old belief systems that no longer are serving you. You were asleep to the new version of yourself, which is going to help to attract this divine partnership that is being orchestrated in this very moment. You look back into your past life, the more you integrate, the more you move forward, the more you let go of things from your past that you do not like. And how you let things go from your past is that you integrate it into your being now. This could pertain to a past life in this vessel, or it could pertain to a literal past life where you're in another vessel that was just spoken about. And this is going to lead to your ultimate happiness. But how you integrate shit that you don't want, how you integrate old belief systems, is you don't simply remove it, you simply replace it with something positive. So if you see something in your past life that you saw you were doing, you didn't really care for it, you replace it with the positive in this lifetime now. You acknowledge it, but you replace it so it can balance, it can neutralize, and you become holy. You don't hold on to shit from this lifetime or the previous or whatever the fuck, right? You don't hold on to it. You keep journeying forward, but you acknowledge the past, and you say, yes, the past is not going on now, but it also helped shape you. You see what I'm saying? And that, like, you integrating that, you letting go is going to be literally you let go of the old belief and you replacing it with a new belief or something that you want to incorporate. So however that applies to you, I feel like that's very relevant, because some of you might not have even been aware of how a previous experience, how much you were holding on to it. So I'm sensing that for this group, you're like right there. You're on this cusp of a really great, I'm seeing marriage for a lot of you. Seeing marriage for a lot of you. And then look, we got 2 4s crossing each other, right? If there's anything that has been holding you to your former lifetime, or anything that in this lifetime that you don't want to repeat again, if there's anything else, even if it's the most minute thing, then let it go. That's the most important thing, because you let it go and you see pure potential for new, wonderful experiences everywhere, and you let go of what remains. That's how you experience that. I am sensing that this, like, you're doing that now, and your perfect partner, whoever it is doing that now. You may know them, you may not, some of you, I don't know, but there's a relationship coming up here, and the relationship is coming up because they're letting you know that this individual is doing the same thing you're doing, so that you and them could meet up and fulfill each other's happiness, like that mirror. Like, they were not able to meet you properly before until this moment in time now, because this reading is about this moment in time now. They were not able to meet you properly before because both you and them were holding on to some shit that don't need to be there. And not necessarily even with them, because some of you might not even know this person. Some of you might, but some of you might not. This is a general reading. But the reason why you were not able to meet up with them before is because both you and them were hanging on to things that either happened in the past during this lifetime now, or happened in your past life. Or perhaps you and this individual knew each other in a past life and like a cray-cray ass situation happened, and then both of you had these subconscious residue sensations regards to each other in this lifetime now. But now you're integrating that, so there's no more subliminal suggestions of past lifetime grievances betwixt you and this individual. Yeah, there's none of that. I don't even know what I just said because I'm channeling, but thank you, universe. So that's what you need to do. Because there's a fucking relationship, however, so it might be marriage, living together, whatever, just, ooh, it's coming. But you gotta let go of everything from the past. And I feel like you've been doing that, and this person is doing that as well. And that's what I have for you guys. You took a good nap, so now it's time to wake up into your brand new reality, because it's fucking here. I'm Oculus, the alien next door, purveyor of esoteric lore. We will chit chat again soon.